The man licked his fingers, then held his wet finger in the air, and concluded there was no wind. The moisture wouldn't evaporate. So he immediately warned everyone not to enter the mountain. But no one believed him. They all gave mocking looks, thinking he was just making things up. The man said, "There's going to be a big storm soon." He warned that climbing the mountain in heavy rain could be a one-way trip. But before he finished, a self-proclaimed expedition expert got impatient. He pulled out a weather forecast. It clearly showed sunny days for the next week. He asked the man, "Do you really think your gut is better than modern tech?" The man stayed calm and said the air felt warm, and there were tower clouds forming in the distance. But no one took him seriously, not even his own wife. She said he just didn't want her to go, and swore nothing would go wrong as long as they followed the expert. She even threatened to divorce him if he kept interfering. Seeing that no one would listen, the man suggested at least sharing the supplies evenly. That way if anything happened, they'd have a better chance of surviving. But instead of listening, they accused him of jinxing them. Then they left him behind, and marched straight into the forest, not knowing that this man was actually the legendary survival expert known as Wild God, the top name in wilderness survival. Years ago on an expedition, he saved the life of his now wife's father. To repay him, the old man gave him his daughter in marriage, but the man never told his wife that he was the famous Wild God. For 5 years, she focused on her career, always thinking he was a useless nobody. But he never forgot the promise he made, so he took out the Wild God blade he had hidden for years, and entered the mountains alone. Meanwhile, the group confidently headed deeper into the forest. They had walked for over an hour. The sky was still clear. They started mocking him, calling him a coward. But soon, they saw a warning sign, saying wild bears ahead. The guide didn't care. He beat his chest and said with him they were totally safe. Everyone was convinced, and kept going. But not long after, all their phones lost signal at the same time. The woman panicked, worried they'd get lost, but the guide remained confident. He said he knew the terrain like the back of his hand. Every path was memorized. But right then, strange sounds came from the bushes. Everyone jumped, looking around nervously, thinking maybe a bear was really nearby. The guide pulled out his baton and stepped forward to protect the group. But before he could reach the noise, a figure suddenly leaped out from deep in the forest.